Hello and thanks for visiting the web channel of Carlisle Events and the Carlisle GM Nationals. I'm Mike Garland, Media Specialist with Carlisle Events, and I'm at Memory Lane Auto Museum in Mooresville, North Carolina, and I'm about to speak with NASCAR Hall of Famer and Carlisle GM Nationals special guest this summer, Bobby Allison. This multi-part series will span weeks leading up to our event in June. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the wisdom of a true racing legend. Bobby, when did the automotive world first spark your interest?
Well, I probably was about 10 years old and growing up in Miami, Florida with 9 brothers and sisters, and my Grandpa Patton, my mom's dad, living with us. Grandpa Patton was a retired accountant from New York City, but he was a big sports fan, and one night he said to me, Bobby, come on, you're going with me to the car races. And that got me started. We went to Opelika Speedway, and I just really loved it.
What was it about the Miami racing scene that had you looking for more?
Well, it was very competitive as things developed down there. You know, after that very first deal, which was pretty primitive, the sport grew around the Miami area. Opelika Speedway at first had paved straightaways and dirt corners, and later had pavement all the way around, which was even better from my viewpoint. And then they built Hialeah Speedway, and then Medley Speedway, and West Palm Beach was a half-mile dirt, but then they paved it, so it was a paved half-mile. So there was adequate racing places down there, and I just was really caught up in it.
You were born in Florida, moved to Alabama. That had to be a bit of a culture shock for you. What was that like?
Well, it was really, really neat, but it didn't happen exactly like that. I was raised in South Florida, graduated from high school at Curly High in Miami, Archbishop Curly High in Miami, Florida. And out of high school, got an opportunity to go to Wisconsin and live with an aunt and uncle and 3 girl cousins and go to work for Mercury Outboard Motors. Well, that was the summer in Wisconsin. And from there, went through the summer and on into the fall. And the first day of really bad weather, I spilled a boat and was in the water for 35 minutes after my waterproof watch got water in it and froze. But swam to a doctor and registered nurse's house, and she knew what to do, and she got me going pretty good, pretty quick, and got over that, and they shipped us to South Florida, well, to Central Florida, to Sarasota, and we had the old winter proving grounds there, and really was great for me, and then when we got off on Saturday afternoons, then I could go to Miami for the Hialeah races for Saturday night and spend the Sunday daytime with my folks and family, and then back to Sarasota, and from there, got shipped to the old Kiefer race team in Charlotte, North Carolina, which was great for me. I was just turning 18 years old and all enthused in this racing thing. And for 2 months and a week, I was a mechanic on the Kiefer race team, on the team that had Buck Baker and Speedy Thompson, Jimmy Thompson, Jack Smith, Herb Thomas for a few weeks. Just some really good drivers that really taught me a lot about racing and about preparation and preventive maintenance. So got started from there, went back to South Florida to a 100-lapper at West Palm Beach, and my hero, Red Farmer, won the race, and I finished second, and I won $95. And so I was standing there looking at all my prize money, and 2 other youngsters came up and said, we were up through Georgia looking for racetracks, but everything was dirt, but they say the tracks in Alabama are paved. So we're going to Alabama. Why don't you go with us? So I said, well, I got all this prize money, I'll go. So loaded up the car, took my brother Donnie along as a companion, you know, just he had raced just a little tiny bit in the amateur division, had a helmet, and got his helmet and suitcase, jumped in with me, and off to Alabama we went. And first night at Alabama was a little quarter mile in Birmingham, and I ran 5th in the heat race and 5th in the semi and 5th in the feature. and went to pay window and got $135. Turned to Donnie and said, "We've died and gone to heaven. Look at all this money." Went to Montgomery the next night, half-mile paved, beautiful half-mile paved, and had fast time, which paid. I won the heat, I won the semi, I won the Australian Pursuit race, but in the feature, Sonny Black beat me, but taught me a lesson that helped me be successful the rest of my career. Sonny Black had one advantage on me. He had a Cadillac-powered 34 Chevy, and he out-accelerated me on the start and pulled over in front of me. And I could get two-thirds of the way by him, but I could not get all the way by him, and we ran 30 laps, and he won the race, and I finished second. Went to the pay window and picked up about $400 and had not even won the feature. So I said, wow, we really have died and gone to heaven. And the second week in Alabama, I won my first feature of my career. Also, Bobby Allison ran his first race. Gil Hearn decided to go home, and Kenny Andrews said, "What do I do?" And I said, "Put Donnie in that car." And so the night I won my first feature event of my career, Bobby Allison ran his first modified race of his career. And from there, I just really loved Alabama, the people, the place, the racetracks. Went home and told my hero, Red Farmer, and so he came to Alabama, and he liked it so well, he moved there also. So we were living in Alabama, but then we would go to special events at different places around the country, and went to Asheville, Weaverville one weekend one Sunday actually, for a big modified race. And a youngster that was beginning to have some real success by the name of Jack Ingram, which people will remember Jack Ingram's name. Jack Ingram saw us coming in and said, "Uh-oh, here comes that dang Alabama gang again." And I just thought it sounded so good. I heard him say it, and I thought, yeah, here we are, the Alabama gang. And so we became the Alabama gang.
This portion of our multi-part interview series with NASCAR Hall of Famer Bobby Allison has concluded. Come back next week for more from Bobby, and don't forget to visit CarlisleEvents.com to register for the Carlisle GM Nationals or get information on any of our other events at Carlisle and beyond.